friends.
What's up, everybody? If you hear some voices in the background, it's our
oldest friends.
If you sit over here, I can crop you out.
Don't believe her. She never does any editing.
I crop.
You do?
You hear that? Watch out, bro. You might get more than what you expected.
I mean, I don't know.
Rat, so I would.
Good God. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
We're doing.
I know. Wow, this has been one of those crazy. I feel like I'm now taking on the problem of the household.
Well, as soon as you step in here, you are.
Yeah, I feel like I've now embraced the old craziness. And me being like the oldest one here makes me go, wow, I'm really crazy. Because you guys handle things way better than I did when I would have. You guys are more adult than I am, obviously.
Mm.
I think it's because like the younger generation was just kind of like raised to
kind of mellow. Yeah, you guys are more mellow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I guess.
Okay, you two.
So, what happened to you this week? We're not talking about me.
It's the same old. You get through the day. I don't know. I did have a little thing though. I have not slept. I've slept 1 hour or 2 hours a night since like Saturday night. I have gone to bed at 4 o'clock or later.
This bitch is gonna cause trouble. I can already tell.
And I really, for some reason, every time I go to bed, I can't fall asleep. I'm tired all day, but I go to sleep. I go to bed, and this is me. I go on the couch and think like, well, maybe it's.
Do you ever take anything?
No.
Like anything?
No.
Like something special?
No.
Yeah, special snack?
Nothing.
Like
nothing.
A little plant?
No.
Like a little marijuana?
Sam, are you high?
Not yet.
No, but I don't know what it is. And the next morning I have to go to work, and I feel like I literally feel bad for my dad today because I walked in the house and I was like, water. I have water in the trunk. No. I've got 5 gallons, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I might be having a stroke." I'm like, I could not.
I'm not lucky enough for that.
I could not get words out like in a proper. I was a mess this morning, and it's like
just this morning.
Yeah, I'm messing.
Mostly.
Actually, you know what? That's not true. I want to tell you something that's really weird. I really have come to a point in my life where I really like my life. I'm really happy. I've really let go of a lot of stuff. I've let go of stuff. And the way as that rat race, like that craziness of like, I always felt for the longest time like, oh, I need money for this, I need money for that, I need to do this, I need to do that, I have to buy this, I have to buy that, and if I don't buy this, I didn't do it. And I get it because I bought a house and I had the nice car and I went crazy. I had 4 jobs when I was in my 20s. Mm-hmm. Like I just worked 7 days a week, and I loved it. I loved being work because it was like I didn't think. I just went to work. Like and if it wasn't one job, I was going to another job.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I burnt myself out, obviously, because I did it for about almost 7 years. And then I got my divorce, and I really let the world kind of just shit on me. And I couldn't get out of it. Like I just couldn't get out of that.
Shit.
Yeah, you can't because it's like it piles up on you. Like
that's how I feel right now.
Yeah, like
exactly, actually.
Yeah, and you just feel like there's no way out, or I have to spend too much money, or how can I afford? And it just becomes this big thing. And then life throws you a curveball, which was later on in my life after my divorce was Marin was my curveball, and I was like, more shit. It's not, but it is. Like to you just feel like, oh. Now I got an extra.
God only gives you what you can handle.
Sweet thing. No, and you just get like, no, I can't do this, and I don't know what it is, but I see a finish line for me. I see a finish line, like I see the end for me. Not end.
I see the end too, but it's not.
No, I don't see the end like I'm dying. I just see the end of like just enough. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I have A in my life. I have B in my life. I'm good.
B in your life.
You're like, no, but it does. You get to a point. There is a point, and the one thing that I have learned, and I know I'm going to say this to you guys, and you guys are much younger than me.
What? We've lived through so much in such a short amount of time that it takes a lot to phase us.
Yeah, that's so true.
That's
What was I
Your
talking about?
generation.
Oh, because we were so
Yeah.
That I just feel like
Mara's watching. Do you know her?
I know Mara. I used to ride with her. She rode out my
Mm.
ride.
Holy shit!
Jeez.
I was trying to inconspicuously get her out.
Oh
but
yeah,
didn't
it
work.
works.
I do feel. You know, I used to have a girlfriend. I used to have a girlfriend that used to tell me, no matter what, as long as we're together, we can live in a box, and I'll be happy. I never understood that. I actually understand that now. Like I am like that type of happy.
Mhm.
Like I don't care if I. Obviously, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to
Right.
be.
Nobody
broke,
wants to live in a box.
I want to live. Like if I can just live at that. Okay, like the little things in life, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
And it's just really weird. I don't know what happened to me. Like, because I felt like I was doing that rat race. Like, I need. I'm getting older. What happens if I and like? And then finally, I just got like enough. I'm happy. I don't.
But like,
I
how
don't-
did you do that?
Yeah, you know
You just
what
lived
it
through
is.
it.
Please go into detail.
No, I think a lot of it is you need to look at what you have. Stop, which is really hard to do. Stop. Take one day and stop.
Yeah.
And speaking of like you guys getting high or doing like stop and think like because that's usually the best time because you really are thinking like way more than you should sometimes or sometimes you don't think at all and sometimes
That's good because
and sometimes you can
I'm done thinking
because sometimes it can throw that little like topic in when you're not thinking about something like you know I'm just gonna use you. I can use all four of you actually, even Kelsey. It's like those moments, like those moments where you look at Joey or you look at Kelsey and you go, "Yeah, I'm good. Things are bad, but we're together and we're good. We're not alone."
I said that to him the other night. Like when shit was like just. I mean, we're sleeping on a freaking air mattress.
Yeah, and isn't it? It's always in bed. It's always
in bed.
Isn't
right after your bed.
That one likes real good.
Right.
Sleep is about to hit you, and well, I haven't had sleep in a long time. No, but it's always in bed where you just kind of have that last minute of all that. Oh God, this was a bad day, or that was a stressful day, or the day was much bigger than I could handle.
Yeah.
And then the object is for me was I hated my life for a little while because I didn't like the way it was going. Because I said to myself, "Oh, I live alone. I should be living with the person I date. I should be with like all these society rules that we all get in our effing heads.
Right.
Like you haven't succeeded because you don't live with someone, or you don't have a kid, or you don't have a house. Whatever it is. Everyone's got something that they try to live up to. You kind of just take that breath and you just kind of go, like again, I'll use the Joey or Kelsey. Like those are the things that you can't replace.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it don't matter where you live in. Like you could literally again be in that box, and if you're two together, then
I would rather be in a box right now.
You're pretty much in a box right now.
And the weirdest thing is when things are bad. I was talking about this earlier, and that's what got my brain going on this. Was where's your bad? What's the worst that can happen to you? That you could say to yourself, I'm not just talking about bad, where you would say, I would end my life. And when you can find that spot, wherever it's at, everything else just seems like, well, it's not that. That's my worst spot. And some people can, like you said, I don't have a spot. And I'm like, then everything else you can deal with. If you can never think of a reason why you need to not be around anymore, that means everything else you can handle. It's just, you just got to live through it. You just got to kind of like just wipe off the shit. Like, okay, this is bad. I'm going to have to fight with someone. I need to argue about my car. I need to argue about my house. I got to argue about plumbing. I got to argue about the shitter. I got to argue about whatever. Like, we'll get through it. And the weirdest thing is when you do get through it and to the other side, everything becomes clearer. Like, hey, we made it. That really wasn't that hard. But you got to get through it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And the older I get, the less it's like it's not worth getting mad and well it's worth getting mad to get things fixed, if that makes sense. Like get the ball rolling. But it's not mad to ruin like you two like screaming in the house, like, all right, but like, hey, I'm not in charge of it's not me.
Yeah.
It's It's not worth breaking down the household for it. Where, I don't. Joe, you're a mechanic, so you got pressure all the time because you got time limits to things, don't you?
Yeah.
Like what's the point of coming home and being mad at her because you couldn't get something done in whatever time they gave you? Like, there's no point of bringing your work home and being mad.
That's why I sit in my truck for 20 minutes.
That's right. That's so you can okay.
Transition to work.
Right. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's
No,
why.
and sometimes you gotta have a little cup of green tea.
Yeah, no, there's no whatever it takes, as long as you're not abusing it. Like, because I was an alcoholic, because I didn't want to live alone, so I made sure I was so drunk when I got home, I wouldn't feel I was at home alone, because I'd just be like, okay, and I literally fall asleep on the couch, on the floor, on the toilet. Half the time I barely made bed, because it was better than waking up and realizing I had this house and I was all by myself.
Mm.
So as long as you're not abusing it, now I kind of embrace things. I just kind of deal with things and just kind of go. Tom Hanks said the best line. His motto is, "This shall pass." You think you're the smartest kid? You think everything's going your way? It shall pass. You think everything's going wrong with you and nothing's going to get fixed? It'll pass. This shall pass. Everything will pass because nothing's going to last forever.
Yeah.
The toughest thing is keep telling yourself that. And then once you can do it, and sometimes those bad things make good things, because my first marriage was a disaster. It was horrible, but sometimes I think I became a better person from it, because then I was like, okay, this is what I don't want. She said all the right lines. I didn't do certain things. Again, I never ever say it's a one road situation.
Right.
Like, I'm never going to say it's all my fault. It's all her fault. This is what she wanted. I couldn't bring that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted. She couldn't bring that. So I really, really, when it comes to like work and stuff like that, you just have to kind of, or like major dilemmas. I remember you're dealing with a bathroom situation. I dealt with a bathroom situation. Mine was almost a year. I went with that because
I think it was like just shy of a year,
yeah,
right?
and I didn't have necessarily the money to, and I was trying to fix it myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and I went through some bad, like, moments where I remember one point being in the bathtub, like almost crying, like ever, like, why can't I fix this? Why? And every time I looked at something on YouTube, or every time I looked on something or did something, oh, it's real easy. You just go down here, and then I would open up the like thing, and then be like, this doesn't look like anything like that guy showed me, and I'd be like, what the? And then it became like the mountain again. And every time I would watch something, I go, I can do this, and it became like a little hill, and then I'd go look, and it's the mountain again, and I'd be like. And there were some things I did I haven't even admitted that I've done trying to fix. I was working on a pipe that was welded shut, and I didn't know it. And I was trying to over there try and take a thing, trying to turn it, and then I realized a month later it welded shut after I sprayed all this stuff to loosen it, because it's just I was trying to fix it, and I was almost getting desperate to a point that you start doing stupid things.
Right.
And it passed. It's over now. It's all fixed. All good. Life is good. And then. I'm now not going to make the same mistakes.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of how you do it. And sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's, okay, well, I did this. Well, I don't want this the next time. Like, for example, I talk about, eventually me moving down south. I bought a house. I bought a house that had 1.5 acres of land. I thought that was great. Do you know how hard it is to keep up with 1 acre of land?
Yeah, I don't want to ever do that.
It's so much land that it was too, like, it's like I sit back and go, this is a little bit too much. That? Yeah, but
because it's not like you're entertaining all the time, and it's not like you're like a showy guy.
Yeah, I'm as much. Very quiet. It's weird. When I'm in public, I seek attention. Like, I'm an attention whore. Definitely when I'm in public. Okay. I'm exposed. No, I am. I want to be. I want to be the funniest person, or I want to be in the funniest group. I want to be there and someone's making me laugh.
Lucky for you, you're there right now.
With a bunch of clowns.
That's my thing. Like, I love that. I love having a good time.
Yeah.
So I want to be the funniest, or I want to be in the funniest group. But once I'm home, like I'm sheltered. Like
Mhm.
no one comes over. I rarely invite everyone over. My parents always laugh because I've been living in my house for almost 30 years, and they've come over 5 times.
Damn.
They live next door.
They live next door.
Damn.
Because I'm so locked down. It's like kind of like I live my life the way I want. I don't
Right.
want people judging. Like I have certain things that I know certain people will say, "Oh, well, why do you do that?" Or "Why do you do that?" Because I do. It makes me happy. You don't like it, don't come to my house.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's my opinion. I'm not there to. My house isn't for show. Like it's not open house. Like
Yeah.
some people like, "Oh, well, you can't come in here." Like that aggravates me. Don't come in here. We don't come in this room. We have white carpets, right? And you're like,
What's the point?
what's the
Why?
point of having that room then? Because it looks good. For who? We're gonna do drive-bys.
Mine's
Like,
don't come in this room because it's a hot fucking mess.
Yeah, basically.
You know, I remember someone once. I have shoes on the floor by a window, and I remember someone coming over and says, "Is that where you put your shoes?" Yeah, that's where I put my shoes. If you don't like it, don't look at my shoes. Like
Mhm.
you should put that in your closet. No, I don't want it in my closet because then I gotta keep going into my bedroom
Mhm.
and
Then you
getting.
have a stinky closet.
I don't want that. Like I got other shit in my closet. You know,
Yeah.
like I got other stuff that I want in my closet. Like, but that's my opinion, and I
Yeah.
know people kind of get like, you know, like I have a hard time when I watch TikToks and you see the immaculate houses,
Mhm.
and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Who
who's
wants to
living
keep
there?
that? Right.
Who's living there? Who's
Right.
living there? And it's like a couch, like the floor is like, you know, and there's high ceilings, and you're like everything's white.
Everything's like organized to a T.
Right, and it's like, oh, but no one lives here, and you know, it's like, how do you have 5 dogs and there's no hair? Like they're like, oh, we're vacuuming every 10 minutes. I'm like, that's what you want to do in your life, vacuum?
That's not what I want to do.
Like, you know what I
I
mean?
got better
Like,
things to do.
there
I'd
are
rather
people-
make memories.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of it. A lot of it's really about letting go of stuff, and I was not like that at all.
Yeah, well, I also feel like okay, I'm trying to get along.
Go
You
ahead,
don't have
go
to
ahead,
cut me out.
Don't cut her out because it's just gonna be like, where's this voice
Yeah,
coming from?
right.
How's your feet smell? Deb says.
Yeah, there you go.
Stinky. But I also feel like you being older than us, it's kind of you had more time to like learn that.
It
you know
does.
what I mean?
It does. It's absolutely true. Every single time that I can sit back and say, I feel like
It's like a
there's
coming of
2
age
different
thing.
type of people that I find around me. People going, oh shit, I'm getting old and I need to work even harder to have all the toys I want. Or there's people like me, like, you know what, I'm going to enjoy what I have now because once I get older, I can't do anything. So all the toys that I
Can't
bought,
take it to the grave.
oh, not even that, but there's a point where I can't do anymore.
Right.
So who's like, I have a friend who is trying to buy a boat desperately, and we're going to be in our 50s. How long is he going to be on the boat for? You know, maybe 10 years.
There's so much maintenance in a boat too.
Right, no,
Right.
10 years.
Boats are
Right.
scary.
You know, like no, but I'm just saying. It's.
Sorry.
I mean, you're not going to catch them 75 out there. You're not going to
Right.
catch a, you know, like boating. You know what I mean? Unless that's your profession.
I
And
bet
you've been
that's
your
the
whole
way
life.
Jimmy Buffett would want it.
Yeah, but even he did it. He was still home and chilling, like with dogs, and you know, like a big. He wasn't living on his boat. You know,
Right.
like, you're right. But if I can sit here and tell you guys anything, you fight for stuff, but then you kind of take it back. Take the minute, take the second, and go and appreciate. I always say appreciate your other because your other is really your rock. Joey has you. You have Kelsey. Kelsey has
I
you.
have Joey.
You have Joey.
We're polyamorous.
There's a little bell, and everyone rotates.
I was actually thinking the other day about how like
Where are we going?
how we should all get married. I was
I'm
thinking
already taken.
the other day how like the whole thing was
Joey's
like,
outside in the rain. What happened? I thought this was a great idea, not now.
Can I watch?
Come on, can someone tape it and send it to me?
But I was thinking the other day, like when we slept down here, like the whole thing like sucks with the bathroom and,
Right,
the
right,
bedroom and
right.
everything.
Right,
like,
right,
it's just shitty. But like, I'm kind of glad that we have like them to go
Right.
with, like
Yeah,
ruin it with.
and these are the things that when
You're my frog.
yeah, no, but that's what it's like. We
Also-
talk about this with your dad all the time.
Yeah.
Like your dad, when I first, because we were friends. We graduated high school. Obviously, he went his way and got married, and
Mhm.
Ashley, you, Sammy, and then
Well,
I
Ashley
met.
came before the marriage.
I
Philly
But she
secrets.
doesn't know that, so don't
No.
tell her.
We're gonna cut that part out.
How am I
Clip
at your wedding? Oh, this was cut. It's cut.
Take two.
You gotta do it over here too.
It's fun.
That part.
No, but and then we bumped into each other at our reunion, and we decided to be like friends again. Like like not friends again, but like we're gonna hang out and spend time.
Is your club still doing that?
I don't even pay attention.
Mine was so poor that they didn't even do it.
The best thing that ever happened to
I don't
me.
think I'd ever want to go to mine.
I
Best
wouldn't go anyway.
Ashley says, "What do you mean?"
the best thing that's ever happened to me was
Sliced bread.
since sliced bread or Betty White, because Betty White was older than sliced bread.
Holy shit.
Yes, that we had a reunion and we both sat there and said, "There's no one we really want to see because we already see who we want to see,
Yeah.
and so we don't need to go."
Right.
Where at our 10th, it was like, "Oh, these are all my old friends. Let's grab them and hold on to them again."
Yeah.
But I owe your dad a lot, and I always know he's a good friend. And maybe we don't see each other as much as we used to, but I always hold him dear because, like, you hold her dear. Like when you get older, oh, are you gonna call each other dear, or are you gonna dress up like deer?
I want to change your name.
Shoot
Yes.
Bambi.
Dear.
So, but those are the things that like I appreciate. Like I'll think about and I'll go, yeah, I remember that, or and that's what you kind of deal with as you grow older, and you get like those moments you band together. I find the older you get, the more you kind of start. You don't need anybody.
Yeah.
You don't need any. You get to that where like Joey will be your rock, your child will be your rock.
Deb said, "What was the day you met me?" Apart.
Was
I
it
don't know.
the day you met me?
What were we talking about?
I know. I was trying to think of like, is it me or you when I met Debbie? Because I've known Debbie since I was like in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Bowling. So I don't know if that's.
What is she talking about though?
Yeah, I don't know if she's talking about you though. Like the day you met her, because you met her.
Debbie, what are you talking about?
I know what you're talking about, Debbie.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, bro.
And that's another one. That's another one I've known Debbie, and I do appreciate because I remember times that Debbie was there for us as being 5th, 6th, 7th graders through high school.
Yeah.
I mean, funny because we can sit here and talk about. I remember when she was studying to be she was going to college. Like she said, I'm going to go to college, and then she decided to change her major. Like, and she was all stressed about it. And then I remember actually helping her study. Like a bunch of us kids were helping her study for tests and stuff. I mean, just it's weird. And then I still know Debbie. We still laugh and joke.
Sammy's watching.
I don't know her.
I guess I should get in this. You don't have to. You don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm too big.
But yeah, no, those are the things that I think in life. Right now, you feel like everything's going bad, but you know what? Take a second. Is it really going bad? Is it really going bad? No, but is
It's
it?
going good,
No,
I can
no.
tell you that.
Like no, yeah, it's not going your way. But where's your worst? What would be worse right now? Would it?
I
Okay,
think we're in
okay, great,
therapy right now.
Yeah,
great,
we are.
great.
Did
No,
you just trick us into therapy?
no. I'll give you a great topic.
Oh.
You had a house fire, and everything's lost.
I am so terrified of that.
Now, would that be worse than what you have now,
Well,
or
yeah,
would that? Well, then I guess it's not that bad. This is bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's not that bad. It's not good, and you also have a place to stay. What happens if you didn't? What happens if you were sitting in your car? Yeah, yeah, but what if you're gonna tell me sleeping in the car is better than what you have now, or do you think what you have now is better? That's what I'm trying to say. Those are the moments. These are the moments that you have to take. What 10 minutes of your life? It seems like you're good at that. You're that guy. No, I'm serious.
Not that guy, pal.
I'm that guy.
Not that guy.
What? No, I feel.
I mean, I think we all have our limits.
No. Oh, yeah.
one thing after another.
No,
You're just
you
like,
have your
"Please, Lord,"
limits,
and then
but that's when the point where
you start crying.
you cry, you get all the emotion, or you yell, you
When the
scream.
cup is too full, you gotta let it.
You kind of have to kind of go, okay, what would make this worse? And then you gotta go, okay, well, I'm thankful I don't have fire. I still have my cats. I still have my house.
My cats are at my mother-in-law's, and I'm really sad.
Yeah, but
we still have them.
but you still have them. Like they didn't like the guy didn't open the door and the cat didn't go running out, and now your cat's in the street. Like I'm just being.
The cats didn't burn alive in a fire.
Yeah.
Joseph, no Chinese food. Jessica.
I kept them away from Jackie Galaxy up the street.
What are you calling her?
Jessica.
Did your mom ever call you that?
When I was in trouble.
Yeah, did she?
Jessica Catherine.
Oh, I
That's
said,
why I don't like
middle
Jessica.
name.
Oh, I don't care.
Niles James. I love my middle name. My mom would laugh because when I was little, I would write Niles James Perry, because they said make sure you write out your name to know who you are. Because they were like they meant like the people that were named Scott or Gary or like people who have multiple. And I'm like Niles James Perry. No one has that name.
Nobody, literally nobody's Niles.
Actually, there was my freshman year. There
Okay,
was
but
a
that's
senior.
after.
There was a kid who graduated a year before named Niles. Niles T. Welch.
Was it T4 Thomas?
No clue. I just remember that's what he used to. I used to be like, no. The middle name's my jam. What the hell? Yeah, you just gotta let things go. You just gotta kind of. Sometimes I find myself laughing about things. That's what gets me in trouble the most. I laugh at the most inappropriate times. When life is going really bad, I start to laugh.
You laugh or you cry?
Yeah, but I start laughing and I start joking, which usually pisses off my significant other. Significant.
Oh, Shannon. Oh, Shannon, you're a significant other.
Mom shortened my name when I was in trouble, so I hate when my name is short. Oh, Ash.
Oh,
Ash.
Step Ashley.
Nobody calls you Ashley anyway, so.
I do. I'm the only one.
Yeah. Well, like outside.
Well, because I don't.
Outside the.
Because you know what? I've never called her anything, but somebody was like, "What did I call you? You just yell at me."
My
Hi.
mom always called me my full ass, like Samantha. So
Oh, are you?
It's just how she says it. Like if she says Samantha.
No, it's the tone.
Bad. Yeah,
it's the tone.
It's the
tone. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't. They could call you Princess Sunshine, and it's like that tone. Princess Sunshine, get your ass. And you're like, oh God, what did I do? You just know. It could be the sweetest name, and it's just that tone. I don't even think it's our full names. It's just that tone. That you're just like you can hear that pure anger brewing in that voice.
Yeah, but my mom never called me Jessie when she was happy.
Yeah.
I mean, when she was mad. It was always Jessica Catherine. Jessica.
I can't. I'm trying to think.
I keep panicking at work because every so often I get called Samantha. It's only you, Jesse, Jake, and Sammy that call me anything but Ashley. Oh, I thought.
Mom and I called you, Ashley. I mean, Chicken Wing or Sissy was
Sissy. I called her that for a little while. Sissy.
Actually, I mean,
because you guys were like, "Hey, Sissy, kind of." You went through a period where everything was.
Well, because
Sissy.
every time we called her Ashley, she would yell at us.
No, I just saying.
So we had to call her Sissy.
Right, and I felt like I would call her Sissy because in my phone, it was Ashley Sissy, so I would know which Ashley it was.
My brother and my cousin both called me that when I was growing up.
What, Sissy?
Yeah, because my brother started and then my cousin. Yeah, falls in the shoes.
Most people call me asshole.
I changed her name when.
No,
I changed her name because of like something happened, and I was like,
where did Chicken Wing come from?
So.
Oh my God, that was a deep breath. Did you hear that? She's like,
we don't remember exactly. I had Amelia calling Sissy for a while.
Oh, because that's what you just call her. But to other people, I call her Ashley because it's just weird.
I feel like she's too old to be called Sissy, so I feel like I now call her Ashley.
I feel like if I didn't change her name to Chicken Wing, I'd still be calling her Sissy because she like ingrained in my head that I can never call her Ashley.
She never let me talk to her, so.
But basically,
so the
what
Chicken
we
Wing.
think the story is.
We think.
Is that like we were going back and forth of like what we wanted or whatever. I'm like, oh, I could really go for chicken wings, and she was like, okay, so eat some chicken wings. And then something else happened. I'm like, I'm gonna start calling you chicken wing, and I start calling chicken wing.
Okay, that's how it was.
You know how Google says like, "Is this review helpful?" That was not helpful.
I don't really know how it started. That's basically.
You know what?
I mean, unless you
I have to say something.
What?
This is the you girls, all of you, okay? When it comes to origin stories, or like this is every story. So one day we're in the kitchen and
It's always in the kitchen.
We were in the living room.
Big girls.
we were just like, what do you want to eat? And I was just like, a mustard sandwich. And then we're like, yes, that's brilliant. And then like, that's it. That's the story. That's it. That's the story. That's the story. And you're like,
Well, that's what we had in the house.
so you're like, so all three of you were just like, hell yeah. Like, there's not one of you like, just mustard? Do we have cheese? No one. There was just like, mustard's enough. Bread and
That kind
mustard.
of sounds good. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I
There
know.
was nothing else to add to it. That's all we had. Like, what else were we gonna add to it? Another piece of bread? No.
Oh, what about the sugar? Like it toast and then cinnamon
Oh,
sugar.
yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
That's delicacy.
Yeah, that is.
That's girl dessert.
That,
dessert.
will you say girl dessert? Because I eat that.
Are you familiar with girl dinner?
No, what's girl dinner?
Oh,
I feel like I know this, but I've been.
Girl dinner is when girlies just grab whatever the hell they want and just eat it, and it's gonna be the most out of pocket.
Yeah.
Combination of things. It can
It's
be whatever you want.
It's the leftover.
It could be a Diet Dr Pepper and a joint. It could be Ritz crackers and some ice cream. It could be anything you want.
Yeah.
I feel like
The possibilities are endless for girl dinner.
yeah.
We used to call it appetizer night, but
Yeah.
Now it's girl dinner.
Yeah, it's girl dinner.
I
Joey had some
remember
girl dinner with
this.
us.
The only thing I always just love is I'd come over and I see your dad and that's you want something? You want to have dinner? And I'd be like, no, it's okay. No, I got plenty. And your dad would just grab like random things out of the refrigerator and
Which
put them down,
magically appeared
and like
whenever he was
magically I would go, yeah, you're gonna what are you making? Like right away in my head I'd be like, nah, I think I'm gonna. And all of a sudden he would like make up something, and then he would like pull it out of the oven, and I go, how does that look like that? Like how did you cook lettuce?
That might be
Like, I was like, how did you do
That
that?
might be a dad thing because my dad does all that shit. He'll just,
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
just grab, like,
Yeah,
oh.
your dad's a chef. Yeah.
My dad's not. He just grabs random things and is like, here you go.
Maybe that's kind of what I do.
Like,
Yeah,
it always
he-
turns out okay.
Yeah. No,
I don't
your
know. I
dad's-
like a recipe. I need structure. I need structure in my life.
I need
That stresses me.
A, B, C, D
I need a
in my
I need
house.
you to spell it out for me.
Like no, I need A, B, C in my house. Like I could be like, I
Oh,
want
yeah,
tuna
you-
fish. I have to have
Staples.
bread, tuna fish, mayonnaise. If I don't have one of the ingredients, it's like I can't like I'm not gonna put mustard in it if I don't have mayonnaise. Like I'm just, you know what I mean? And like somehow your dad be like, oh, I don't have any of this. I'll just put some vinaigrette. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'd be like, how did you even know how to mix these two together? Like my brain would not think this is good. Your dad's in a few pizzas that way. Like just take like some bread out. And also I got pita bread. Hold on, pizza. I'm like, where the hell did this come from? Your dad
I
doesn't.
get a lot. I get that from him.
Yeah.
I just like watch him like, oh, okay.
All right.
Similar flavors. Got it.
I remember when you were wanting to eat sushi, and you were like big on like harassing him. Can you show me how to make sushi? Can you make?
Well, because he always said that I'll show you how to do it, and then we never fucking made it. We made it one time, I think, because for Christmas he got like the
Oh,
the little bowls.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He got like the bamboo thing, and then he got the chopsticks, like the whole like
yeah, the whole
shebang.
set. Yeah.
And he's like, we're gonna make sushi together all the time now.
Mhm.
He made it once, and then he's always like, oh, we're gonna go one day, and they're gonna make it in front of us. That's what we're gonna do. I'm like, 24 now.
I was 6.
Pretty close to it.
I don't know. It's the little things. Like right now, like how bad life is, and we're all sitting and laughing and joking. These are the moments where you have to like embrace it more and just kind of go, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't be, but it will.
I'm
be.
using avoidance right now, which is not going upstairs and
Well, sometimes you just gotta like.
the blinders on.
Yeah, that sometimes you have to. You just gotta be like, I'm good. I got a safe place to stay. Got a safe, and just kind of go through it. Doesn't mean you stop fighting for it getting done, or you like nonchalantly be like, I don't care. It's not I don't care. It's taking a you moment.
Yeah.
That's something that I definitely didn't do when I was younger. I never took a me moment. It was always my my late friend Ryan used to say all the time, I was always worried about tomorrow.
He's never on time, huh?
No, he was always on time. He was nice and late. Like he would always say, I was always worried about tomorrow.
Mm.
And he lived for today all the time. He lived for today every moment. And I learned a lot from him. And at the same time, I know he probably need to learn more from me. But he taught me a lot of things of taking a moment. Like to this day, I will go buy a lottery ticket or something, and I'll be like, okay, Ryan, I hear you. Go buy a lottery because I'm not that way. I'm always like, I don't want to give up my $2 because
Oh, same.
I'd rather take $2 and buy something physical. But he always would take $10 and go buy scratch tickets. He's like, Niles, if you don't spend it, you're not going to win it. And I'd be like, yeah, but you're spending like $10, $20 every day. He's like, I won 100. I'm like, yeah. After you spend like, if you take
Your
each,
chances go up.
yeah, and and he's just like, yeah, but I got 20 and now I feel like I've won, and I feel, like I've won money. I was like, yeah, but you spent almost 100. And sometimes I feel like that's something that you just, and I'll go buy a ticket, or I'll take a chance on something, or I'll buy something that I know I should never buy. That's one of my big things. I'll go buy something that like I'll walk by 6 times. And I go, oh, we all have that one thing. We walk by, and go, oh, that'd be really nice. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. Yeah, I want it, but I don't need it. And you walk by.
That's me and my Dyson vacuum right now.
Yeah, like, and all of a sudden you just go, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Except for I'm never gonna do that because I don't have that kind of money. But Joseph does.
But Joseph does.
Sugar
That-
daddy.
That extra $5 you make it.
She made me leave. She made me leave, and then as I'm leaving, calls, you don't have to.
I literally texted you.
Are
as soon
you?
as I
Wait a
pulled
minute.
out of the
Are you? Okay, now because now we're gonna get personal. Ready?
Oh,
Throw
no.
your shit. Are you the guilty bitch? Are you?
A little bit.
Oh, is she like the one to be like? Yeah, she guilts you a little
Oh,
bit.
she guilts me.
I-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
She's
do
the
it,
guilty
I don't-
bitch. She's the
I
one
don't
that
do
goes,
it on
"What are you
purpose.
doing?" Nothing. Why? I'm working. Why? Yeah, I'm alone and I'm kind of a little scared. I feel lonely right now. I'm kind of down. And you're like, well, you know what? I don't have to work on this. It's not that big of a deal. No, stay. It's fine. I don't need you. It's fine. You're working. I get it. And then you're like, no, it's extra. I'm doing this for extra. No, that's fine. And all of a sudden you show up. You're like, oh, I'm glad you came home. I was missing you. And you're like, yeah, I knew it. You're that way, aren't you?
I try. I don't try to be, but yeah.
She doesn't try, but she tries.
I'm gonna try to throw you in a window.
You can try. Once you give her a
I will
try.
not succeed.
Okay, so since I threw you under the bus, what do you do? What's your fault? Are you
Really
that?
smelly shits.
Oh my god! Good grief!
No,
I got no wall to block
what's his
it.
thing?
Yeah, literally.
Whoa!
He just goes. I wake up this morning and he just goes, "Hello from the other side."
That wasn't when you woke up this morning. That was when you went to take a piss in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, did you guys sleep upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had to dust everything and change
And then I
the
see
sheets
her little
and-
shadow through the little curtain.
How
That's the
awkward
figure.
is that? Or do you wait a minute? Okay, here's the next thing. Are you close the door or open door?
Open
couple?
the door. Open the door.
Open the door.
I gave up on closing the
I
The bathroom.
never-
When you go to the bathroom, do you leave the door open?
When I'm home, I never shut the door unless I have like people over.
Yeah, no, and that's what. Yeah, no, I'm talking about when you're alone.
No,
like,
no,
I'm not talking
never.
about one.
Never.
Like, hi, Sam. No one's walking by. It's like,
I'm on the first
Yeah.
floor, so I shut the door.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you also have that. So, yeah.
I said
Like the
that's
main
what-
window. Yeah. But that's understandable. See, I
I've
feel like
also-
I'm half
I think
and
I've
half.
always been that way.
I feel like I'm half and half.
It's
Like
just
it
force of
depends
habit.
what, like, family members there, and it's the degree of door shut. Because I feel like there's certain people like I'll
I
shut,
feel like you
but
got
it's
a
like
wall or
half
nothing.
a
No.
door.
I
Oh, I
also-
do the half a door. Are
I
you
do
do?
the half a door.
Yeah.
To take a piss. If I
Yeah.
have to take a shit and people over. Like,
Yeah, no,
close
shut the door. No, but people over like okay, you guys come over, the door shut. Shannon doors may be open. Like if my daughter's over, it'd be like the door's almost like a half a door because it's like I know she's not gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And that maybe when she was 5,
Well,
but like now she'd probably just be like, because where my bathroom is, she really wouldn't walk by. So it's like you flick the door and you know it's not gonna shut, that type of thing. But
my cats will bust in.
well,
Yeah,
see, that's the other thing.
that's why I
If-
shut the door.
That's the other thing. If I had cats, I had
Bean will literally just.
my dogs used to do
And
that.
Jasmine just like
My dogs used
does
to.
this to you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
please stop touching me.
See,
I'm
I
trying
have a
to
bigger
use that.
problem. If I try to take a shit and I close the door, this one sees that invitation to open the door.
Oh,
and she comes and talks to me all the time, and because my shit takes
100%.
too long, I'm like, you're talking to me. I'm not going to take a shit while you're talking.
No, the
I'll
worst.
talk to me.
No, the worst is okay. So, speaking of like the worst pet peeves, because we're going to talk about this.
Okay.
The worst is when someone comes in when you're taking a shit, sits there and talks to you, which is fine. Okay, all right, I can handle that, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm done. Okay. Like, I'm not wiping until you leave. Like, I don't need an audience to wipe. I hate them when they're like, no, I'm like, you don't need to see it either. Like, I'm like, the whole world don't need it. You need to get out. Like, I can handle everything, but when it comes to the cleaning, you got to get out.
What if they come in when you're trying to take a shit, and then at the end of the conversation, they end it with, are you almost done shitting yet?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
He just takes so long.
Yeah, well,
Because
because you're
don't
sitting
leave
there.
me
Yeah,
alone.
because no one wants to get up and be like, oh, yeah, really? Let me
Even
check.
when I do it, if I leave you alone,
I
sitting
just don't
down,
know.
or sitting down, you just don't. Any way you.
Shitting.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to shit. in
I
front of
remember
someone.
one
That's impolite.
time.
Okay, but what's your excuse then when we're down here and you're still up there for 20 minutes?
Well, I'm
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Guys, okay, now.
The bathroom's a
See,
secret
no,
place.
I feel
She
No.
violates
no.
that
I
secret.
feel like men and women shit differently.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or
because
bathroom.
I'm in and out. See you later.
No, this is that you're
Jump and run.
no. This is
Oh,
your
being spit on.
this is exactly. It ain't gonna be a first. These women, I find most women
These
go
women.
into the bathroom and they're like, boom, done out the
I mean
door.
business.
Us, we're like, hey,
I mean business.
I hate
no,
sitting there.
for
You get
me,
round one, then your stomach starts to
Right!
You get round two.
right?
That's never
No, there's
because it's going to be in like 2 minutes.
Nobody
Guys,
wants.
breathe.
Nobody wants to do the double
So
wipe.
offended.
Why am I
Nobody-
going to wipe my ass, go to get up and say, fuck, I still
I
have to
got
shit.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Amen. Amen,
No, but you know
bro.
what else though? I kind of wait until I like really have to
That's
shit.
the other thing.
So
Guys
like,
have
when I
like a
really have to
routine.
shit,
I shit at,
When we
in the
true,
morning,
right,
and then,
And
I
then
sit
they-
for a
at
couple
night.
hours after dinner.
right. It's like, oh my gosh, wait.
Hi, Ian.
Hey. Perfect
Damn,
time.
I walked in the wrong
I
time.
know. No.
When do you shit? How long do you shit for?
No, but as a man, I can sit here and say, we're on for 20 minutes, but we don't, 2 bathroom breaks a day if you're lucky?
it's actually bizarre.
And
to
I
me.
find women are in and out. Like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom again. I'm like, why didn't you just sit in there?
Oh, but also, I got distracted.
Squirreled.
But also, like, if he's
Take your time.
he's poop shy. He won't poop in public.
Well,
But,
that's
like,
fine.
Me? If I gotta shit,
Well, see,
I'll
I
shit.
have a bad.
I don't care where I am.
I have 3 ulcers, and when I got to the bathroom, I can't.
He
Like, I
lets
have
his
to.
coat get wet.
Like, I literally like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, all right. I'll tell the story. Okay.
He's like, God,
My
stop pulling my
stomach.
leg.
My stomach drops at Walmart. I mean, drops, and you
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Like, it drops, and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And Shannon's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh God, no."
Which
Like,
is bad when you have to use the bowl or bathroom.
Right. Because I'm like, and she's like, "Are you gonna be okay?" I'm like, I hate using public bathrooms, but when my stomach drops, like, it's time. Like, cause
Yeah, like, would you rather shit
I
yourself?
literally got TikTok, motherfucker, TikTok. Like, I'm like, I do that speed walking. I look like I should be in the Olympics. I'm like,
You're like pushing kids out of the way.
I'm like,
Slamming carts into the aisles.
and I have like the sweat coming down. You're just like, oh God, please, oh good sweet baby Jesus, don't want to be in the bathroom. And I go to the family bathroom.
Don't be
I
close.
go to the family bathroom because there's nothing worse. Because it's
Nice and
always
private. Yeah, we like it.
no, it's because it's always nasty when you have to go like the bathroom, and I find that's the cleanest place to go. So I'm sitting there, and it's the middle of winter, and I have my coat, and I walk into the bathroom. I lock the door. I turn around, and there's a giant room. There's a toilet, and there's a sink, and I'm looking around for hooks, and there's no hooks. And I'm like, I don't care. So I take my jacket and I throw it over the sink, and I go to the bathroom. And I'm like, it's flushing? Automatic sink. I'm sitting there going, no. Trying to turn on the toilet because I don't want to get off because I don't want to do the extra wipe. I'm like, no. I come out and Shannon's like, why don't you have a jacket on? And I show her my jacket. Why is it soaking wet? And I'm like, just let it go.
Don't ask.
Just don't go. Like, don't ask. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm better now, but I'm so annoyed because I'm like, my jacket's like soaked.
Yeah.
Because it's like, because
It sat under the running water while you took a shit.
Yeah, and no, like when I sat down, I heard the noise. My brain didn't say water's on. I just was like, what's that noise? You do that look around, and all of a sudden you're like,
I don't remember my asshole making that noise.
yeah. Well, automatically I was like, well, maybe it's the toilet because it's
Yeah.
an automatic toilet, and that's magical right there when you're trying to go to the
I
bathroom,
fucking hate
and then like it flushes all the wrong times. Like I don't know
As
how.
soon as you sit down,
Like it sits down, it flushes, so the water comes
But then
up,
you get
and
up
then,
and it does
and then
flush,
it-
and you're like,
and you're like,
hello?
and like instantly you're like, you don't want to leave because it needs to flush.
Ooh, Ian says I just gotta be careful what I eat because ain't a
Yeah.
lot of time using to use the bathroom on my delivery.
I feel like that's a guy thing. I feel like we all have like sensitive stomachs,
Okay.
and women have the opposite. They're like, oh, I can barely shit for 4 days. I'm like, dude, I can't keep shit in me. Like that shit is like. That's like
That
your
shit's
market.
out.
Like I can touch food, and it's like my ass is already going hello, 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 and I'm like, how did you get through that so fast? I don't know. It's a mess. And then always
Sounds
like,
like it.
what takes so long? They're like, what takes so long? And I always hate it. And the other thing is,
Oh, another thing.
be honest. I find women never get the mud as much as men do. Women never.
Dude,
get
I can
mud.
tell because I'm cleaning the toilet and it looks like a fucking war zone.
God
Why
damn!
do you
I
think it
paint
takes
the
20
inside.
My poop
I
comes out of me
paint
nice
inside.
and neatly.
Yeah.
Why do you think it takes 20 minutes?
Yeah,
'Cause
we
it's
get the
exploding.
mud that literally like we paint the inside of the thing. We're like Picasso. We're like,
It's crazy. It's,
So you take the first shit, right?
right,
Oh,
Sit
here we go.
down,
right,
and
he
just
feels really passionate.
right, and that's the
Right
worst in
everywhere.
public. Why do you always have to have gas when you have explosive? Like when you get the mud, you always have
I
hard.
listened to a podcast and she calls it the start part.
Oh, the start part.
Yeah.
And of course, the worst is when you're over someone's house or you're like somewhere and you're like, oh God, please just come out quietly. Nope. At your house, it'll just go, psh, and you're like, oh, this is like someone else's house. You're like, are you okay in there? I'm like, no, my stomach just erupted.
I think my stomach fell up my asshole.
And by the way, I don't know how
Itches.
any household
Freezing the
doesn't have.
stall. Just like
I I think every household
We're
should be
jumping over.
polite and have a fucking nice type of spray right there so you can spray. Because I always go over something. No, something you can spray. Because I was always like, you go over someone's house and you're like, oh, that was bad. And you're looking around and you're like,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
you're like, oh God, like please.
We did that before.
And someone's knocking the door. They're like, can I come in? Can I be next? You're like, no, I need about 45 minutes.
He blows it up at home.
Yeah. Hey, nope, I've done that. I've done the whole like, please God, I'm almost home. Please God, let me get there.
Kelsey and I went to a restaurant, literally on Gooding,
Right.
and we were leaving. And I was like, Kelsey, you better drive fucking fast as you
Mm.
can home because I have to go. And then she hit a bump. I'm like,
I got this great story with Marin and her mom. She decided to get a burger full
is
of
it the time she looked the window?
no, full of her mom decided to get a sandwich, a burger with avocados and feta cheese. Like I mean, and
Combo.
yes, it was. And I was like, oh, but she goes, oh, it was so good. It's so good. We're driving up the hill, which is not that far from my house, if you think Quaker Hill, which is not that far, right? She goes, you need to drive a little faster. I'm like, what? She goes, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make this. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I think that feta cheese kicked in. I'm not going to make it. We pull in the driveway, and she shits herself, right? I mean, bad. This is bad, right? I'm like, oh my gosh. So she's in the driveway. We're trying to do that whole like get in front of the van so no one sees you.
Yeah.
Try to take off your like before you go in the house type of thing. You know, like we all do. No,
Yeah.
like when you're trying to make the bad situation. Next day, Marin goes over to my mom's house. She's got to be 5,
Or
6.
she tells the whole story.
Tells the detail. Mom pooped herself. Mom, like it was everywhere. And I was like,
Kids.
it was like
Kids say the
perfect.
door does things.
I was like, oh, she exploded. I was like, well, at least it wasn't me this time. I was like, thank God.
Are you going to go explode?
No, I'm just gonna pee.
Did you hear about that plane that had the diarrhea thing?
No, what happened?
There was a Delta airline that was going from like somewhere, I think it was Atlanta or something,
Yeah,
to Spain, and there
Spain.
2 hours into it, there was a person who had diarrhea all over the plane,
Oh.
like all over the carpets, everything. They had to turn around and go back home, and they had to like rip
As
the
they
carpets
should,
out.
honestly.
Right, because the biohazard.
Right.
So they had to like rip the carpets out as soon as they got back.
That is
It was
the
everywhere, and then
that
somebody
is-
sprayed vanilla.
Oh, so it's vanilla shit.
Yeah,
like-
That's even worse.
right.
I have to say that is the worst thing about being human. Is
Shitting?
no
Oh,
shitting? Yes, it's
in public.
no
On
the
stage.
the. Can you just let
I'm
me-
sorry.
You're just
Fucking
like
say the word.
it is the when your stomach drops
Oh,
and
yeah.
you got that liquid diarrhea or what like your stomach drops. I think that's the worst because no matter who you are, you're not controlling it, and you just go, God, please. And the worst thing is, I feel like you can't. You have to get to a certain age before you say like it happens to everybody. Because when you're younger, screw that. Like that's the most devastating thing that could ever happen to you. Like, oh my
I
god.
think it's becoming more like open.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are talking, which finally gets to a point like, me too, me too,
Right.
me too, and it just becomes more of a normal thing of like, oh, it's a human thing, not a me thing. He's creeping all the time.
You watched him pee.
I asked him for water and I looked up and I saw the fridge was in the frame and I was like, oh.
Sam was like, how's that water feel? She's like, he's cold, deep too.
You know when I always have to poop is when I take one singular sip of coffee. I'm done.
Oh, I thought you were
yeah.
going to say as soon as you walked into TJ.
One that hard. It burns a noble.
How often are you there?
Not often, but when I am, I gotta poop.
Do you drink coffee there? Because there always
No.
seems to be a coffee thing at.
Well, sometimes.
So that's
But
probably.
usually I'll get it on the way out because I don't want to be like touching the books with like my wet little coffee fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, he got you the flamingo cup.
Thank you. Oh,
Is this one missing a head? Oh no, it's just.
I do have that thing with what Ian says. I feel like I budget my whole meals around like I have to go shopping, then I can eat dinner. I can never eat dinner. I can't go see a movie after dinner. Like I feel like my whole life's that way, and every time I go out with someone, they're like, "Why do you be like that?" I'm like, "Cause
Trust me, it's better.
the other way is horrible."
Yeah.
Like I can't do the other way. What are you drinking? Should I even ask?
Or lemonade.
What is it?
Or lemonade.
Oh.
Joey, just get it right in front of the camera next time.
Sponsored by.
Get that product out of here. Where's my money? We're covered today.
Okay.
You were not covered last week, and I'm a little upset.
I just
about
don't. What?
I don't like my dogs out.
No.
No,
I'm not. I don't know what it is. It's one of those things. I'm not a foot fetish person. I
I
mean,
don't know how anybody is. TBH.
no. I go okay. If I'm with a special person,
unpack
like
it.
if I'm with a person that I'm legit, they took a shower, they come out right after the shower, kind of deal. Maybe
I'm
I
not
could.
sucking on any toes.
I'm not sucking either, but if it really gets her off, maybe I can. If I've been with her long enough, but I can't be like the first night, like on toes. I'm like no.
I don't understand
No.
how people do that.
But some people, well,
I
I'm
mean,
sure
I'm
you
not-
guys have your fetishes.
I'm not knocking somebody
It's
young,
not feet.
but it's not for me.
Yeah, I don't knock it because I always just feel like
Look at Joey fucking. you know.
I've
Look
been
at all
trying to
smug
join
over
the live
there.
and I can't do it. I can't find it.
it's in
Are
the
you
group.
part of the page?
I don't think you're part of the group.
I
It's
follow.
it's after it's
Loser.
no, it's in the Goofy Geek After Dark. And it's in a
You
group.
have to be. He has to let you in.
Oh, I let you in. Don't have to answer questions. Just
Oh, wow.
I know it's Joe.
Oh,
I was just about
siren.
to say you can use my phone, but we're using my phone.
You can use my phone, but I don't think I'm in it either.
He's like, I'm gonna have to watch this again about shitting.
He's like, I'm gonna have to run it back.
Joey lied to us about watching the podcast.
Yeah, it used to come up on the
No,
page.
it used to
Yeah.
be on the
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
It used to. Yeah. When we decided to go a little more
Raunchy.
raunchy, we just said, screw it. Let's go in our own
Yeah.
group.
Oh, okay. So then I can throw this out here. Then,
Yeah.
are you ever watching a little
A little,
entertainment
Oh, are you
of the
masturbating
sexual
alone?
kind?
I always love that.
Of
Are you
course, yeah.
masturbating alone? No, you that question from the point. Are you masturbating and you're alone? I'm like, yeah, that's what masturbation means. I'm alone. If I was with someone, I'd be having sex.
But are you ever watching it and then they just like pop a foot in their mouth
Yeah.
out of nowhere? Immediately, I'm like, close.
Or
Bye.
skip it.
Yeah. I'm never big on that.
They always just spring it on
Or
you. I'm
like-
like, I'd like a warning in the caption. You know,
Yeah.
I like a warning.
What is this in there?
I saw one. I was like, her, literally, her face was a whole nother shade
Oh,
than her
no.
whole face, like the rest of her body. The rest of her body was nice and pale, if you will. I'm just
Yeah.
saying color wise, and like her face was like my arm color, and it was like a perfect line every time she moved. I was like,
Oh, she got that bad makeup on.
yeah, I was like, blend.
Blend it down to your neck.
That is not your shade.
Pull up the Jaws theme song. Siren is coming.
Oh. I was like, what?
I love her.
No, but that I always like the question. Or the new one now is masturbation a something you're proud of, or is something you feel you're addicted to? And I'm like, neither.
Wow.
I'm like, neither. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know if
feel
I'm
like I
proud.
fall into
Hey
either
guys,
categories.
hey guys, I masturbated last night. Like, but I don't know if it's a problem either. Like,
Oh, I think it becomes a problem if like that's all you're doing.
yeah,
Can you move? You're hurting me. Go. Thank you.
yeah.
I'm trying to pussy.
Yeah, I've been. That's something that I think it must be a generation thing, because I've been watching a lot of stuff about how
Are
men
they
have
all
ruined.
single people, or are they,
Like
in a relationship
what?
that are proud to be masturbating?
I don't know. I don't know. It just
But-
that's the commercial, and if you think it's a problem, you call or you tap onto something.
But that kind of sounds like they're making it seem
Like
like,
it's-
you gotta either be proud or you gotta be like, ooh,
Like, I'm
I
dirty.
have a problem.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
And so I watched this one thing. I was like, "Ooh, that problem." And they're talking about this, that there's like two generations that actually masturbated wrong for
What do
men,
you mean wrong?
because men
Please
men
elaborate.
actually, believe it or not, they said that some men will masturbate with a very strong grip, and then what happens is, as they have this strong grip, you're never going to get that from a woman, that strong grip, and then they can't fulfill their
Yes, have-
sexual needs. And I was like, who the hell has that type of grip? Like, Jesus, like let it be not. I don't.
Oh, what the fuck?
No
Who's
wonder
that-
it has a
who's
purple top.
I mean, hey, they called it choking the chicken.
I know, but Jesus,
that? You're killing the chicken.
You're choking it.
no wonder it's a
You're turning
purple
that
heart.
chicken into dinner.
I'm like,
Damn.
they were talking about different things, and even to a point where they're talking about some women of some women were talking. They were talking about the fantasy that they mentally, and then they watch porn, and then they like a soft porn,
Yeah.
and that's what they're looking for, and guys aren't there. Like,
I feel like the problem with women would be more that like you're so dependent on the vibrator that when you're with someone,
yeah,
it's
that
like,
you can't do that.
can't.
Like, no,
Yeah.
like, we can't go zzz for like 20 minutes
Right.
straight. Yeah, like zzz, I need a breath. Zzz, hold on. That's when you have little Dixie cups with water. I'm fine. I can do it. It's like running a marathon, you know.
a nice cold face towel.
You got the cold face towel. You got the squirt Gatorade bottle.
Straight from the gator's titty.
Wow.
Good gravy.
You gotta do the hum. Have you done the hum? And when you hum,
Oh,
vibrate your lips, like put out the hum right there.
Sex advice.
Oh, trust me, every guy can teach
Oh wait,
something.
Ashley's watching now, so Ashley, what is going on?
I know Ashley really wants to hear about this. She's been waiting all day.
She was a teacher today. We're
Always
the teacher
like
now.
the hum shit. Hold on, hum my lips.
But isn't
vibrating.
that like the same thing as like when you like? Never mind.
When you like,
What? No, go. We need to
Like
finish
if
this.
you're. Wow,
Why
you
you
fucked
me?
it up.
Go, I'm listening.
But isn't that pretty much the same concept as like, you know how people like moan
Yeah.
to make that like movement? Isn't
Right.
that like the same?
no, he's
kind
No,
of thing, or
I'm-
is
the
that
lips
more
together so
intentional?
the lips do the vibrating.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a like
Like if you're
our
trying to give your
lips.
tongue a break.
Yeah.
I feel like if that was me, I would just end up doing like raspberries, you know? Like
That's
in the
not a
video.
raspberry. A raspberry is when your tongue's out.
I thought it was
That's
like I thought it
motorboat.
was in that.
What?
It was in a baby.
I'm not saying
Hey,
it's wrong. Hey. That, and I
I'll
always,
try it.
okay, speaking of that, go the opposite way. Now, true or false, I always find that when women, first time they decide to give a hand job, they like rip it off. They're like, whoa! And they're like, dude, slow it down. Like, we're not starting a
that thing is
motorcycle.
like,
Yeah,
what?
that's the other one. Guys are like, am I close? They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can barely see my hand. It's like, can we start off slow? Like, I never understand why everyone has to start off like,
super
Full
speed.
force.
yeah. You're like, whoa, easy.
Easy.
Take
Take it easy.
It's because of porn.
Well, oh yeah,
What
exactly.
did you say?
Buy me dinner first.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Take-
I'm cheap. Dollar menu off of McDonald's, but still.
That's fine. That's better than nothing.
Do a lot.
Does it come with ice cream? A little 50-cent cone on the side?
Oh,
Then we can talk. Then we can talk.
you know the ice cream machine's always broken, so.
Dude. it's
So
so
that'd be the
annoying.
icing on the cake. You get that.
No, the icing
You get
comes
this.
after.
Oh,
Wow.
Whoa!
strudel!
Whoa!
Learn a new word.
Dear Lord.
Lord.
Joey.
That was annoying. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm confused.
It's love. See, you guys got to laugh today. See, you guys. See, you guys
I
got
have to look at you.
look at you. Got a smile today. You came in like ranted. You finally are smiling. You've calmed down too. You were pretty upset too.
When you first came here, I was just like quiet.
Yeah, you were.
I didn't
yeah,
want to.
but you
explode
were.
on it. But then when I started telling the
No,
story,
I know. But that was good. Like now you can like guys can laugh it off now.
I see the benefit.
'Cause these are the things that I talk about. This is how you kind of let things go. Like
That's what I was looking forward to today.
yeah,
Because I knew you'd get me out of that.
right. You get out of the funk. That's what I keep doing. Is you keep getting out of the funk somehow, laughing, joking, enjoying the moment, having a drink, being stupid. Talk about. I always find when I'm the most stressed in my life, I want to talk about the stupid. I literally want to talk about the stupidest things. Like we just talked about porn, we just talked about shit, we just talked like the stupidest things because it just makes you feel like a normal person, and then all of a sudden everything else being like, he knows what I'm going through, you know what I'm going through, and like all of a sudden it feels like we're all in it together, and that it's not a crazy.
We all shit. We all what porn.
Yeah. Oh no, she reads it.
Oh yeah. Same thing.
That part.
She watches the internet.
Yeah. I wonder if she ever gets to the part where she's like, and the woman has a vibrator.
Does it say boo or does it say boo? Because we can't have that.
No.
Can you spell that for us?
V R R V.
I read one where Mr. Man tied her down
And
and
what?
got that little buzzy buzz out. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
Oh, my.
Let me just tell you, I was a firm believer real men are not afraid to play with toys with women. It's the ones that are like, no, I have to do that. Am I not?
It's
good
not.
enough?
It's not your competition. It's
Yeah.
your teammate.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like everything's my teammate. If it gets you there, I don't care what it is.
Yeah, I'll put your toes in my mouth. Whatever.
Yeah, if it gets you there, I'm like wash them real good. Then I'll
You
do
gotta
it.
see it get washed.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's.
I need proof.
I'm serious. I am like that. I'm like, you got to make sure. I don't want to be what's this? Because I'll puke right all over you. I don't want to do it, but if it
Sexy.
gets you there,
Nothing
if it
else
gets you
about
there, if it gets you there, hey, I remember. This is the last story because this is really bad. My worst
Oh,
story.
great.
When I dated this girl who wanted me to be very physical with her, and I'm not a very physical guy. Like I'm
What
not.
do you mean physical?
Like she wanted me to hit her.
Okay.
Right.
So
like
rough.
like real rough. So I kept being, or I would hit her bottom very hard.
Okay, we just talked about porn.
I know,
right?
ass. I hit her ass. I would smack her ass really hard. But she's like, smack me in the face. I'm like, what? She's like, smack me in the face. I'm like, so I would go, I mean, like that. And she goes, harder. She's like, you are such a little pussy. I swear to God, it got me so mad. I was like, no, I see what you're trying to do.
She knew what she was
You know,
doing.
I was like, no. Right? One day, I had like, she really was come on. I said, fine. You know what? We've been dating for like 4 months now. This is pretty serious. I literally was like, I smacked her so hard, my hands was ringing. I heard next door, her sister's room, it's about time she likes it like that.
You know what? I was gonna say this story sounded familiar, and that part just clicked the bell for me.
And I was like,
Will he ring her bell too?
You sure did. Finally.
yeah. She was like, yeah. Her sister was like, about time. I was like,
She's like, oh, finally ring the doorbell.
I was like, damn. I was like, I don't. She's like, that's what I like. I was like, my hand was like, boom, 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 boom,
I
boom.
was just like, my hand hurts, dude.
I know. I was like, I'm hurting more than you are. You're over here like in ecstasy, and my hand's like, I'm about to sing "Love Lifted Me." I'm like,
Damn, love or something.
I did. Oh, I was hurting, and of course, I did that whole like, fine, okay, hey, 4 months of constantly giving me crap about it, fine. And I was like, all right, I can't date people like this. I can't. And of course, and then they always want to do it to you or something back, and you're like, no, not into that.
You're like, actually, no.
The girl's like, oh, you like that stuff? Hold on. And she grabbed me so goddamn. I was bruised. I had like
Bruised.
yeah, I was bruised. My
What'd
nipples
you
were
do,
bruised.
titty twister?
Yeah, like she grabbed me and she's like, you like this? I'm like, I am never coming again. Like, oh my god! I was like, oh my god, you need to stop. She's like, oh, you like it? I'm like, no, you gotta stop. Yeah, you like it? I'm like, no, I think my penis went back into my body. Like I think it went in my ass. Yeah, and then it was like, whoo, whoo. Like, what the hell is this? I was like, oh, I was like, oh. She's like, oh, you like that? I was like, no, I didn't. I don't like that. That hurt. She's, oh, I thought you were into that. She's like, I'm like, no, you're into that. She goes, yeah, I just assumed. I was like, no, I do it to you because you like it. I don't do it. I never say, hey, can you do that to me?
Yeah. Anyways, on that note, call it a night.
Call it a night. We're out.
Call it.
Tuesdays on
YouTube.
YouTube. Thursdays, actually, Ashley's the only one that knows.
Joseph.
Go ahead, Joseph. Go ahead.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.